What's up, YouTube? So I want to talk to you about something that I was just watching. I was watching some videos on Stolen Valor. Now, if you don't know what the fuck that is, Google it. Don't Google it because I'm about to fucking tell you. Stolen Valor is when somebody who is not actually in the military, who have been in the military or who are still in active service in the military, like the Marines, the Army, the National Guard, the Navy, the Air Force, or also the Coast Guard, says to a person that they were in the military and lies basically about their military experience when they didn't have any military experience. So that means is, let's say I go to someone. By the way, guys, I'm gonna claim this right now. I'm 20 years old. I have never signed up for the military. I've never been in the military. So I would never have been in the military. This is just an example. I have never been in the military, and I'm not saying that I will be. I might join the military. I don't know, but I'm not claiming to be in the military now. I'm using this as an example for you guys to show you what I'm trying to talk about. So let's say, you know, I go up to someone and said, you know, oh yeah, I was in the military, and they asked me all the questions like, oh, where did you go for training? Where were you stationed and what were you doing? And I say to them, some bullshit base, and so they call my bluff. That's stolen valor. So basically, let's say I'm like, oh yeah, I went to Fort Bennington in Texas. Fort Bennington I don't think is in Texas. Someone clarify me on where that is, because I really don't know where my bases are, because I'm not in the military, so I don't really keep up for that. My friend Zach is. I might actually remake a second part to this video, and have Zach talk about his military experience for you guys to show you what I mean on stolen valor. So basically, these guys on YouTube catch people on something. By the way, if you get caught lying about your military service, that is a big, big no-no. You can actually, get into some serious trouble with the government for lying about your military service. And like I said before, I was never in the military. I do have two friends who are in the military. Well, one now. My friend Zach Nashwanger. He is a National Guard MP. All you guys are probably like, oh, you MPs, blah, 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 blah. They're such assholes, blah, 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 blah. He's not an asshole. He went to, I know he went to California for his training for I think like 18 weeks or something like that. I don't know how long his training was. And then he went, to another place to do his, police training, and he's an MP. Now he lives in, Michigan like I do. And he's a pretty nice guy. He's never seen active duty yet. He hasn't been deployed yet. He's, probably going to be deployed soon. I'm not sure when. But now, let's say I say that I was like that and I went to train and all that, but I changed the name. Let's say I went to train in Texas, so that, I know from his experience, I asked him that most MPs get sent to California. Most National Guard trainees get sent to California for basic training, depending on where you live, in the United States. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, don't go out there if your father has a military outfit, or if your dad, or if your father, your uncle, your brother, and go out there and try to use that to get street cred or to get some girl's number or like that. Don't lie about something that serious, because it is a serious thing that people do. People do it every single fucking day, and it's just a big no-no. It really disrespects our military. It really just, it's so rude, I'm gonna put a dip in. It's rude, You're basically saying fuck you to our military, and to these men and women every day who go out there, who actually go out there, and has actual service in the field, and actually had real deployment times, and I've actually seen some fucked up shit, It's rude to, like I was saying, it's rude to these people to these men and women who go through all this pain and suffering, not pain, but all this pain and all this shit, and they see every single day, they see their brothers and sisters, get either shot or killed, by someone overseas in Afghanistan. For instance, my neighbor Harold, I don't like him, but he's seen his own brothers get shot and killed in the line of duty in Vietnam just to make sure that this country can have freedom. So when you put on that uniform and you go out there and you lie about your military service, you're basically saying fuck you to the complete military, to the whole United States military, to the Air Force, the Navy, the National Guard, the Marines, the Army, everyone, who's out there day and night, protecting our country and giving us the freedom that we have. So don't lie about it, It's bullshit. I would never do something that extreme. I would never lie about something like that, just because it's fucked up, because you're basically giving a big middle finger to the country and to our military. And I really think that if you're gonna go that insane, that you shouldn't be allowed to live in this state, because if you're gonna go that extreme far, you're not a true American. Now, every single time I see one of our service members, one of our military members, in the dress uniform, even if they're in, the ACUs or the dress uniform, the dress ups, I go up there and I tell them thank you for your service, and I know I can spot, they're a fake military member or a real military member, depending on how good they are. Most of them are real, that I think, but I go up there and I shake their hand and I tell them, dude, thanks for your service. Some of them hate it, some of them don't hate it, Majority who have seen combat and you say thank you to them, they really appreciate it because you acknowledge them. When you say thanks for your service, you're basically saying, dude, thank you so much for risking your fucking life out there to give me the freedom to do the fuck I want. Because that's basically what they do. They go out there to Afghanistan and they take bullets, IEDs, shrapnel, grenades, RPGs, all this fucked up shit just to give us freedom. For someone who has the balls to go out there and put their life on the line just to give one American freedom to live their life on how they want to, well, how much can you ask for? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you can't. You ask. You're basically asking so much. He didn't have to go out and do that. None of these guys are out there today. This year, out there fighting for our country. They didn't have to go do that. None of them had to go do that. It wasn't like World War II where you were demanded to sign up for the military because the U.S. was in a crisis because of Hitler trying to take over the United States and all this shit and Pearl Harbor and all that. Nowadays, you're not required to go sign up for the military. I think you still have to go sign up for the draft. So if some crazy thing has, and they need people, then they can, call you in. But now it's volunteer sign up. You get paid for it and all that shit, but all these guys out there fighting for our country and women, they didn't have to do it. No one told them and looked at them, hey, you have to sign up for the military, you have no choice. They did it because they wanted to. That means as a civilians, we have to honor them and show respect to our armed members of the U.S. military. And when you see someone in that uniform, go up to them politely, shake their hand, and say, thank you for all you've done and thank you for your service. They'll appreciate it, and it shows them that you fucking care and that you acknowledge for what they have done to this nation. And one more thing, also, if you see a police officer, I know a lot of this fucking, there's a lot of this fucking Black Lives Matter protest and shit like that going on, and all this, all this, internet posting and all this shit going on about Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, and that people are saying, oh, all cops are bad. If you see a cop, do the same thing. They're out there risking their life day and night, to making our streets a safer place for for our kids and our family members to have fun. Go up them and shake their hand and tell them thank you for their service too. Because most of those guys are also ex-Marines and ex-military guys. A lot of them are. Most of our state troopers are. If you see a state trooper, shake their hand. Don't be afraid. People think cops are bad. They're not all bad. They're doing the same thing as our military. They're out there on the streets protecting us day and night. Plus, like I said, most of them are veterans from the U.S. military. Go tell them thanks for the service. Ask them if they're in the military. Say thank you for that too. And show them some respect. And show them that you are thankful for what they have done to this nation and for what they have done, because they didn't have to do what they did. They did it because they wanted to. They did it because they wanted us to give us freedom, and they had some purpose of doing it. Anyways, that's it for this video. I know this was a really touchy topic. I just was watching some YouTube and watching Stolen Valor videos, and I kind of got pissed off, and I was like, no, I'm going to make a video on this, because a lot of people don't really realize what our guys, our men, not our guys anymore, what our men and women, do on a daily basis out there overseas, fighting for our country. They protect our borders. They protect our waterways. They protect our skies. They protect our homeland, and they also give us, they give us freedom, and they gave us the opportunity to live our lives and do what we want to do. If it wasn't for our armed services, we wouldn't be where we are. If it wasn't for the, armed services back in, Vietnam and World War II and the Gulf War, guys, we wouldn't be here where we are today. I wouldn't be making this video, shit like that. And if it wasn't for armed troops in World War II for defeating Hitler, we would probably be speaking fucking German. Gotta be honest with that. We'll probably be speaking German. So guys, like I said, if you see, I have so many mosquito bites. Sorry guys, I have a lot of mosquito bites on my stomach and all that stuff, and it's really annoying. If you see an armed service member or a guy with a Marine sticker on the thing, and he's a vet, go say thanks. They'll appreciate it. And even if they're not a veteran, just tell them thank you for what they've done. They'll appreciate it. My friend Zach actually hates it because I tell him so much. Oh, thanks, man, thanks. He gets really annoyed with it. But most of them would appreciate it. Same thing with the law enforcement officers. Tell them thank you for what they've done. They would appreciate it. And if any of you armed forces come across this video and watch this video, I just want to say a big thanks to our armed services and our, military and the men and women who are out there fighting for this country. I appreciate it. I respect you. I give you major props for what you guys do on a daily basis. So I want to say thank you to you guys. I also want to say if you guys enjoyed this video at point in time, please smack that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Guys, please hit this thumbs up for armed forces. Not for me too, but just like this video to show respect to our armed forces and to our law enforcement officers, around this, through this whole entire state in this country. Show them respect. Let's try to get to, let's say, 1,000 likes to show our military that we appreciate them and that we are thankful for what they do on a daily basis. Wilmer says in his interviews, smile more. I will always see you guys in the next video, but until then, stay awesome, my friends, and you military members, you be safe. Law enforcement officers out there, stay safe. And hope you have a good day, guys.